Hello and welcome to Nithavela Grounds. We are coming to you live from Kandy, bringing you action from Kandy Sports Club taking on CRNFC in the Clifford Cup first semi-final. And today we will be expecting a good fight from the lads in red, the ones you see on your screens now. They will be looking to put up a good performance against Kandy Sports Club, who are the league champions for 2016-17. CR managed to scrape through Havelock Sports Club in their affair at the quarterfinals at Racecourse, and today they will be looking to make amends of that and put up a good showing in the semi-final, hoping for a final spot against the victor of Navy versus Havelock, which will happen tomorrow. As you can see, stands are largely empty due to this being a weekday rather. So if you have friends who are dying to be here, pass the message. www.ThePapare.com is bringing you live action, and you'll be able to watch this game live. And today joining with me is one of the renowned sports writers and commentators, Mr. Aubrey Kurupu. Welcome, Mr. Kurupu.
Welcome, Sudarshan.
Thank you so much for joining with us. What are your thoughts on today's game? How do you think it will pan out? I know it's a difficult one because CR is a young team. They would have come here with everything to play for. They have nothing to lose, whereas Kandy, they are the league champions and they want to make it a clean season.
Yes, I was speaking to Lasantha Vijay Surya the other day, and he said we are all out to win the Clifford Cup. And Kandy had a good game the first time up at Nithavela. I think it was 22-all at the half. And then, of course, Kandy drew away and won by 52-29. And the second game was also close. I think it was a margin of 5 points.
That's right. The game in Colombo was a close affair because Kandy did not manage to score in the second half, where CR made a comeback. So CR definitely do have that quality in them to challenge Kandy, but they haven't been able to find that consistency when it comes to the season. Also, they've been struggling with a few injuries, Mr. Kurupu.
Yes, I think the other problem is that the CR has had a lot of injuries, and Ajit Aberatne, former Sri Lanka Raga player who was chatting to us a little while ago, he said that almost every game they have been minus 4 or 5 players on account of injuries.
But let's talk about the man on your screen. Srinath Surya Bandara has been making cameos in this Kandy outfit. In any other team, he would be a starting scrum half. But he can be satisfied that he's second to the Sri Lanka's number one scrum half, who's Roshan Weeraratne. He's had some grit in him to lead this Kandy outfit after that debacle in the first round, Mr. Kurupu, because at end of the first round they were placed third, but coming back they managed to be unbeaten in the second round.
Yes, I think there were a few people who were wondering whether Kandy could do it, having dropped 2 games. But I think the turnaround came in that CR game, second half, when Kandy really ran riot, and from that time I don't think Kandy ever looked back.
Definitely, and their intentions were made very clear when they managed to score 50 points rather against Navy in Nithavela. That did clearly send out a message to all wondering whether they will come back, that they were back strong. But that is the league. Today it's the knockouts. If you slip here, you have no chance of coming back because every game is important. Kandy, of course, did have a 2020 affair in the quarterfinal, 121 points to 3 against CHNFC. So they weren't tried there. And a large part of the game was played with just 14 players. So for CH, because one player ended up getting a red card. So today they will be put to test because CR has, like we mentioned before, has nothing to lose, and they need to impress their fans. They need to impress a lot of people.
Yes.
The news is that today's game will be refereed by a foreign referee, Frenchman, Julien Castande. The man on your screen
As the Saints come marching into battle for the 83rd time, the stakes are higher than ever. Can the Peterites retain the trophy, or will the Josephians win it after 9 long years? The 83rd Battle of the Saints, 3rd and 4th of March, 9 a.m. onward. Catch the action live.
Welcome back to Live Action, brought to you from Nithawala, and if you're joining us now, you are in for the treat. Kandy Sports Club taking on CRNFC. We are coming to you live from Nithawala, where Kandy will be looking to defend their Clifford Cup success. Last year they were unbeaten double champs. This year they stumbled in the league. They won it Aubrey, and today they will be looking to put down a clean. See on www.thepapare.com previews, photographs, updates, and also the reports. The dates, as you say, Isipat and Thurston will be kicking off the March Madness on 24th and 25th, followed by the Joe Pete on the 3rd and the 4th, and then Anand takes on Nalanda on 4th and the 5th. St. Thomas's versus Royal, the big one, 9th to the 11th of March at SSC, and Trinity and St. Anthony's, of course, playing their centenary game in Palekale.
They've got a very tough team to overcome. I believe Havelocks won both their earlier games against the Navy, but I think they were close. And well, when it comes to a semi-final, everyone knows that you make a few errors and you're out of the tournament. So everyone will be trying to put their best foot forward, as it were. But I wouldn't like to make a forecast as to the result of the Kandy versus Navy game. The Kandy CR game is more predictable, I think.
So that is the call. Clearly, Aubrey fancies a Kandy victory here at Nithawala. But the chances are the lads in red are not going to go down without a fight. They have enough talent to unsettle this Kandy outfit. I wouldn't say break open this Kandy outfit, because that is going to be quite a task. But what will be important is the first half performance. They will have to come out very strong in the first half, bring all their energy into the game, and unsettle Kandy if they are to overcome them.
Yes, I think going back to that first game at Nithawala, where at halftime the scores were tied at 22 all, I think Kandy gave as good as they got. Kandy scored, CR scored, and it went on like that. It was 22 all at the break, and then Kandy pulled away.
Absolutely, and one of the main troublesome players for Kandy to handle that time, Tharinder Ratwate, he's back. He's back in the number 13 jersey, so that's good news for CRNFC. They sorely did miss him in the second round. Ratwate was one of those players who broke out this season as a centre back. Kandy,
Most brilliant.
are showing good intent, and they haven't been afraid of running at the Kandy defense.
Yes, that's a noticeable feature of the early minutes play, and they put a lot of pressure on Kandy. Kandy finally got out of jail, as it were, with that kick by Tilna Vijay Singh. But CR keeps coming, and now they have been rewarded with a penalty. How important psychologically will be this early blow?
This will be absolutely important because Nalin Kumara, remember, has been the one to go to police game. He managed to put that penalty under pressure. And don't forget, this is his adopted home grounds with Vidyarthian. So he would have done this enough and more times in his life, but not with the same pressure. Let's see how successful Kumara is. Has no problem, that bisects the post, so that will be the first points. 3 points to nil. CR in the lead. So early pressure put in, and they have points to show for. It's going to be very important for the CR game.
Yes, I was at that CR police game, and I was impressed with the coolness and the general couldn't care less attitude of Nalin Kumara when he was taking that vital penalty in the last minute, a penalty that meant everything.
A deep kicked restart by Kandy. And Nalin Kumara made a hash of it. There'll be a scrum in the middle. Scrum restart in the middle, so not very good restart. Roshan Veeraratne having a word with the referee. But Julian is clear. It's a scrum in the middle and CR ball. So CR in a very threatening position because they can go to a couple of options here. They have Ashanti Costa coming in and joining the line off your screen. On the right side he has Tarinder Ratwate and Anuradha Herat. The other side with Nalin Kumara, Rehan Silva and Kavindu Pereira on this side. But how about that for a scrum from the Kandy forwards? They're making their intentions clear. Very happy earlier on in the game. But Kandy with a chance now. First time in this game they are in CR's half. It will be important that they convert this to points. Shan Patirana. Marija gives it to Dimitri Vijayatunga, who goes crashing in. Buaneko Dangamua. Kandy making inroads to the CR half. Good pressure coming in from CR. It's a foot race now. Tilna Vijay Singh calmly and correctly puts the ball into touch.
Yes, they took a quick line out, but I don't think it has been allowed. Tilna Vijay Singh, as usual, came to the rescue and very calmly put the boot and knocked it out into touch. But then they took a quick throw in, but I don't think the referee has quite allowed that.
The reason being that when the ball goes and hit a hoarding or a spectator, ball is out of play and you cannot take a quick line out. So Tilna Vijay Singh yet again Kandy's savior that time. He's been a revelation for Kandy Sports Club. As CR takes on an attacking line out, Tomalka Gunaratna now trying to run around, straightens it up. Good run by Gunaratna. Can CR convert this to points? Kavindu Costa. There has been a knock forward. So referee Julian calling play back.
That was a very awkward pass. It came at his ankles, and he did well to stop it, I think, but he just couldn't catch it without knocking on. So CR were on the attack at that point and looked fairly promising.
It'll be interesting to see what Kandy's response is going to be. They have a threatening backline who can easily run from where they are. They, off your screen, they're placed in quite deeply. Fasil Marijana. They decide to run. Inside pass to Gayan Veeraratne, who's making good yards. He has Danushka Ranjan on his inside. Veeraratne now brought to ground. Roshan Veeraratne gives it to Richard Dhamapala, who gives it back to Viraratne. Bhuwane Kodangamu. Beautiful offloads coming in. Damit gives it out to Soiru Anthony. How about that for a try and a reply from Kandy Sports Club? End-to-end rugby. We were contemplating on whether they will run. Yes, they ran. And that will be the first points for Kandy Sports Club. Lovely play and lovely offloads coming in from the league champions.
Yes, a good example of the forwards and the backs combining. It was Gayan Veeratne who made the early running, and then of course he was supported by some of the others, and finally it ended up with Anthony going under the post.
Lovely bit of work. They're clearly showing what they're capable of. Bhuwane Kodangamu, Damit Disanaika coming in and joining those faces. And finally, Soiru Anthony putting in the finishing touches. And Tilna doesn't have a problem. Tilna Vijay Singh has been the highest point scorer for Kandy Sports Club this season. Came in as the third highest point scorer of the league, scoring 116 points.
He had one bad match, didn't he, against the Havelocks? I think he missed a lot.
Absolutely, that was with the boot. But as for a defender at the back of the defending, he's been spot on. His placement has been good, and his territorial kicking has been on point. Ashanti Costa with the restart now. Pressure coming in, but not collected cleanly by Kandy. So that's a good restart for CR. This is what they need exactly. They need a try now to get their spirits back moving, because if you let this Kandy team go, there is no chasing them and catching up to them.
Yes, that's right. You can't ever let them get too far in front, because it's very difficult to claw their way back for the other team.
CR forwards will have that earlier scrum at the back of their minds. So they need to make sure they get a good scrum in. But no, again, they've been dominated. But going in from the side, says the referee, not shoving correctly. Kandy penalized straight away. So CR will have a chance to go at the post again, which would be the sensible thing to do, because they will be just 1 point away. Yes, Nalin Kumara has taken up that challenge.
Yes, I think when you are behind, you've got to take every possible opportunity at putting points on the board. You can't wait and try to do it with a goal or something which will give you 7 points, but I think you've got to get every point possible.
So Nalin Kumara has a chance to keep them in this game, knocking at the back of Kandy's minds, because 1 point away will be at the back of Kandy's mind when they come into play. Kumara strikes it clean and has no problem. So right in the middle, 3 more points for Nalin Kumara. 6 points to 7. CR just 1 point clear of Kandy.
Yes, now the pressure is on Kandy a little bit, because they know they're only 1 point ahead, unlike earlier when they were 3 points ahead. And talking of Nalin Kumara, he's a product of Vidyartha, neighboring Vidyartha, and I think he lives in these parts, so he must have lived and breathed Nityavalaya almost all his life before going down to Colombo and playing for the CRNFC.
A deep restart by Kandy, but CR have done well to keep it with them. Samir Fajuddin taking the ball in, but a good tackle and defending coming in from the Kandy forwards. And brilliant pressure. Kavindra Di Costa under pressure. Does very well to clear the ball. So good work there by Costa. But Kandy forwards showing good intent. They were there to make the tackle, and they put good pressure going through the gate from on that ruck.
Yes, CR wasn't given a free hand. The Kandy forwards are right up there, and in desperation, Di Costa kicked ahead and made some ground.
Damit Disanaika with another line out, and he again opts to go to Shehan Lema Patirana, and they set it up. at the back of the mall. They still have possession, Kandy. Remember, these guys are dangerous when they're given time. Fasil Marija had Dimitri Vijayatunga but opted for Gayan Veeraratne. Referee playing advantage to Kandy, so penalized straight away. Not rolling away, says the referee. Rehan Silva, the culprit that time. Roshan Veeraratne has no hesitation and points to the post. So Kandy want to get away from CR because they know they have a very able kicker in Nalin Kumar who will make them pay if they give away penalties in dangerous areas.
Well, yes, and on the other side, there is a kicker who's even better, who's much more confident, having played the whole season, and generally got around 80-85% of his kicks over.
Absolutely, and this is about approximately 35 meters away, but right under the post. Definitely has the legs, and no problem with the direction. Doesn't come easier than that for Tilna Vijayasinghe, who extends Kandy's lead to 10 points against CR6. Like you clearly did mention before the game, this is also panning out to be like this last time we saw Kandy take on CRNFC in Nittavela in the first round. One after the other, they ended up scoring up to 22 points all. Ashanti Costa making the kickoff. Surya Anthony goes on now, but Bhuvanek Odangamu is there to collect it. Kandy making good inroads. Roshan Veeraratne to Dimitri Vijayatunga. Good tackle coming in. Ball goes to Tilna Vijayasinghe with a good thought out kick which goes to the ground. Ashanti Costa went crashing into a policeman who was with a... There you go, that's the one. They wouldn't have want him running around in the grounds.
So
54th Battle of the Brothers, Isipatana versus Thurston, will be brought to you live on DTV, MyTV, and on ThePapare.com on 24th and 25th of February, 9 a.m. onwards. SSC at the SSC grounds will be the big kickoff of the March Madness, as CR have managed to turn over, and Kandy has lost 4. So it will be a CR scrum. CR has shown some very good intent.
Yes, the CR forwards are having a good game, have had a good game so far. And on this particular occasion, they put pressure on Kandy and finally somehow managed to win the ball there. We always speak about Kandy's attacking forwards, brilliant attacking three quarters, brilliant three quarters. But come to think of it, Kandy's forwards have delivered more often than not. They put up a very solid front.
This scrum is going to be important. Kandy will be hoping to make their intentions clear. Their forwards were good earlier. Referee is not happy. It's going down, says the referee. So he will have a reset of that. Kavandiri Costa. Has Roshan Veeraratne right next to him. Remember, with the new laws coming in, Veeraratne cannot go beyond the flanker's shoulder. Just very well there, Kandy turning the ball over. Brilliantly done by Pathirana. Counter-attacking now. Richard Dhamapala tries to straighten it up. Manages to do it successfully. Roshan Veeraratne gives it out to Ganuka Disanayaka. Good tackle coming in from Ravi Napa and Samir Fajruddin. Dimitri Vijayatunga against Omalka Veeratna. Omalka does very well to keep the big man. Tilna Vijay Singh now to Veeratna. Danush Karanjan goes crashing in. Play on, says the referee. So good turnover coming in for the lads in red. But Kavindra Costa losing that ball forward. The intent is clear from the red shirts. They are playing for pride. They want to challenge this Kandy outfit. So it's not going to be a walkover affair for Kandy.
Yes, they have to make a game of it and they have to attack. You can't let Kandy do all the attacking because Kandy's attacking potential is awesome. And CR doing the right thing in going for them and trying to keep the scoring to a minimum, because given half a chance, the Kandy's outsides will just run through.
Absolutely, Kandy did. CR managed to turn over the Kandy line out, but Kandy did well to turn it over again. Roshan Veeratna now. Kandy is in a very dangerous area where they can attack. They have enough depth in their line. Veeratna now has his brother Gayan Veeratna running through the middle. Beautiful offload. And Fasil Marija will go all the way. But he does not manage to land the try. But referee Julian decided that it was otherwise. And he speaks to his linesman. And there you go. Fasil Marija hasn't managed to score the try. Lost forward. So it'll be a CR scrum in the 5 meters. A lifeline given to CR by Fasil Marija.
Yes, those words sound familiar anyway. This lovely bit of work by Roshan Veeratna, and the offload was beautiful, but finally the try wasn't theirs.
Brilliant break by Gayan Veeratna and an offload to Roshan Veeratna, his brother. These two have been mainstays in this Kandy SC outfit since they've left Kinsud College, pairing up with another Kinsudian in Fasil Marija.
And one or two others on the bench, Lavanga Pereira.
And also Pumal Manchanaika, who also played with Gayan Veeratna in the bench. And CR is penalized for dragging the scrum down. Ravi Nyapa, who's the hooker for CR, is on the ground. Not a very good sight. And Namaka Gunaratna does absolutely right by making him stay on the ground. Good work by Gunaratna. We hope he is okay, because it's never good when the hooker goes down. Remember, hooker is the only person in the scrum who doesn't have his arms to support him when he goes to the ground. So he goes face first. Kandy will be looking to put this ball into touch, and they will look to attack from their line out.
Well, even in the last game that I watched, I didn't see that the rolling maul, which the CR over the years have perfected, and I didn't see too much of that even in the last game, and so far not today.
Partly the reason for that is Aubrey, because this time around, if you take a look at those CR forwards in your picture, they are quite small. They are a very small pack, so the effectiveness of the rolling maul, or the driving maul rather, is cut out by the bigger packs defending it. If you take a look at the pictures, Kandy definitely the larger side. Ravi Nyapa has been taken out. He clearly doesn't look like he's able to walk. We sincerely do hope that everything is okay, because he doesn't look very well there, Yapa.
walking away very gingerly, very careful of his step.
Absolutely. So we really do hope it's nothing to do with his spine. Supanvarna Kolasurya coming in his place. Prashant Veeraratne has opted for a scrum. Ball at the back of the scrum. Bhuvaneko Dangamu in control. Decides to go for it. Referee playing advantage. The ball is still with Kandy. Dimitri Vijayatunga now. Prashant Veeraratne commanding his forwards to come around. Goes to Damit Disanayaka. Damit Disanayaka gives it out to Vishwamitra. But the referee will bring play back for the advantage. Penalty awarded back to Kandy. Quite slow. Fasil Marija this time decides that he wants to go for a line out. So Kandy now with a different set piece to try and go into the CR try line.
Yes, I get the impression that the referee is a little indecisive at times. Well, being a foreign referee, I would expect him to be able to take decisions on the spur of the moment, as it were. But he has been corrected on one or two occasions.
Kandy deciding to go in the front, and Bhuvaneko Dangamu has no problem and is not being stopped 5 meters away from the try line and crosses the whitewash for the second time for Kandy. 15 points to 6 with the conversion to come. It's a good play by Kandy Sports Club. They have enough tricks in their bag to fox any team.
Yes, if Kandy gets into a position close to the line, I think it's curtains for the other team, because the Kandy pack is very powerful and they've got a lot of ploys at their command, and more often than not it will end up with Kandy going over the line, as Bhuvaneko Udangamo did on this occasion.
Till Vijay Singh with a slightly difficult conversion, strikes it very well, and beautiful kick, sails in through the uprights, so no problem for Vijay Singh, adding on the extra 17 points to 6. Kandy slowly but surely sailing away from CRNFC.
Yes, definitely. Kandy is pulling away from the CRNFC, but the way I see it, there is very little that the CR can do about it. They're up against a superior force, and so far we haven't seen too much of the CR back division. It's been the forwards. They've played hard, they've played well, but it's very difficult to match Kandy in this mood.
CR have done so far, and they give away a penalty, but CR have been decent with their defense so far. They managed to stop those difficult moves. Referee Julian wanting to have a word with the captain and Bhuvaneko Dangamu. Luckily, it's nothing serious. Fasil Marija having taken on the kicking duties, gains approximately 30 yards for Kandy.
You think, Sudarshana, that we are likely to see some Marija specials? Some Marija specials?
Of course, he was denied a try by the CR defenders coming in. He will be looking to put in a Marija special. He has a very good chance here. Bhuvaneko Dangamu goes crashing in. Fazil Marija has support. Buenek Udangamu still on his feet. Too much to handle for the red lads. Finally brought down. What a run that was by Udangamu. Marija to Vijay Singh, who cuts back in. Veeratna has Tarindu Chaturanga. Has been a standout flank for Kandy Sports Club. Richard Dharmapara now to Danushka Ranjan. Ranjan, a trademark run by him. We've seen that all through this season, and he scores. How about Ranjan's quality, Aubrey? He's done this over and over again for Kandy Sports Club. Running on the outside, curving back in, and his finishing has been phenomenal.
Yes, he's a top-notch player. There was a extra man on the other side, but he didn't bother about that. He decided to take the defense on his own, and he succeeded very well in the far corner. Slightly difficult conversion for Tilina, but the other thing about that I noticed about Kandy is there is a lot of variety in their play. They don't go through the normal routine, but they always think of something new, some new movement of theirs, which the other side won't be ready for.
What they're doing well is supporting the person who's carrying the ball and giving him options, so he has many options to work with. They will have two players on his both shoulders coming in, so like we said, Kandy slowly but surely sailing away from CR. CR, if they don't find answers to this soon, it's going to be difficult for them to stop this Kandy outfit. Vijay Singh with an opportunity similar to the one from this side of the field. Strikes it very well, but doesn't get the direction this time. So the first kick, which he misses, Vijay Singh, he wouldn't mind that. Was from a difficult angle. But how about that run from Buenek Udangamu? It took almost 5 to 6 players from CR just to bring him down, and he gained almost close to 20 meters right in the thick of things.
Yes, when you have 4 or 5 people going for one player from the opposing camp, well, there are all kinds of gaps all over. And he's a very hard player. He plays hard, he's a tough man, and very difficult to bring him down.
Centre forward converted into a number 8 at Kandy Sports Club. Now Tilna Vijay Singh gives it to Gayan Veeratna. Danushka Ranjan fumbles, but is brought down by Tharendra Rattati. Good to see. Number 13 left in the other number 13 up. Teammates when it comes to Sri Lanka Sevens.
You don't see so much of camaraderie now, no?
It's always an encouraging sign when you see the camaraderie, but CRNFC making a mess of their line out. They were in a very good position in the Kandy 22. Prashant Veeraratne putting in a high kick. Good collection by Vishwamitra Jayasinghe. ThePapare trying to turn that ball over, didn't manage to do so. Dimitri Vijayatunga, strong lad carrying the ball for Kandy. Marija now to Vijay Singh. Danushka Ranjan doesn't look at Richard Dharmapala on the outside, but decides to go himself. Good work done by Omalka Gunaratne, turning that ball over for CRNFC. Damit Disanayak at that time is guilty of entering the ruck from the side. CR up to go for a quick ball. Samad the skipper. Referee says no advantage, no 10 meters. Tharindu Chaturanga that time with a small scuffle with the red jersey. CR up to go for points. It's 30 minutes on our clock, so they do have enough time. So CR will want to get as close as they can Yes, Kandy is quite far ahead, but they want to make sure they finish this half with all the points they can get. Kumar has been the sole scorer for CRNFC. It's interesting because Aubrey, when it comes to Tharinder Ratate, he has a very good boot on himself as well. But he's playing after his injury, as Kumara has no problem and keeps his 100% record intact, kicking all 3 penalties. So 9 points to 22. Kandy with a 13-point lead.
Yes, 13 points would mean that CR have to score at least twice or thrice. And that's not easy, considering that you haven't still crossed the Kandy line.
Absolutely, what they need to do is they need to make sure that they run in at least 2 tries before the end of this first half. So they have approximately 10 minutes to do that. As Omarka Gunara goes crashing in, he's been a player who's turned it around for CR. Rehan Silva to Tarinder Ratate, gives it to Kavindu Pereira. Tries to straight in, but walks into 12-13 combination of Gayan Veeraratne and Danush Karanjan, who holds him up. Brilliant work by the Kandy centers. Kavindu Pereira not able to offload that ball. Those two are not two defenders that you want to run into. Ranjan and Veeraratne has been a good pairing for Kandy in the middle. Most of these players will have found themselves in either 7s or the 15s squads for Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka will be participating in 3 tournaments. The 7th team in Borneo and also in Hong Kong. Whereas the 15th team will go later on to Malaysia to participate in the Asiad. Vishwamitra Jayasinghe going straight through the middle. Can he go all the way? He has the legs. Good tackle by Kavindu Pereira, but it's not enough to avoid Vishwamitra Jayasinghe from scoring. And Kandy make easy work and are running away from CRNFC.
Yes, that was a very good try. There were a couple of half-hearted tackles, but he sidestepped and he used his pace, and finally he went over with the tackle. Just a bit late to try and stop him from going over.
Good running angles and spotting the gap by Jayasinghe, and the offload or the pass was sublime as he makes it look very easy. De Costa tried trailing back. He was beaten well by Jayasinghe's speed. Vijay missing another. Will be getting a word or two by his assistant coach and the kicking coach Nalaka Veerakode, who would kick his eyes closed here at Nittawala at his peak. Was such a treat to watch. Nalaka Veerakode
kicked with both feet, didn't he?
Absolutely, he was able to kick with both feet, and he was famous for not collecting the ball and kicking it onto the other side, but having the perfect aim and gaining territory. As Roshan Veeradna attempts a box kick, good pressure coming in from Supun Walnakorasuriya. Now Tilna Vijay under severe pressure by Tariq Saleh and Hiran Silva finally goes to ground. Kandy CR putting Kandy under pressure around the ruck, but referee deems it illegal because they were going in from the side onto that ruck. But CR is showing that urgency that they lacked in the mid part of this first half. The Fasil Marija that time makes them pay, getting Kandy back to the 5-meter mark. 45-meter mark rather.
Yes, CR's efforts have been rather spasmodic, no continuity. Of course, they haven't been able to with the Kandy defense, and also when the ball does come out, the Kandy backs. A lot of pressure, you have to be spot on, and you got to do it very, very quickly. But CR not given the luxury of time to plan their moves.
Absolutely, and Kandy with another run. Dimitri Vijayatunga running through the middle, strong lad. Can he offload? Yes, he does to Fazil Marija. Runs it now. Goes into contact. Ganako Disanaika straightening up through the middle. Gayan Veeratna swings it wide to Richard Dharmapala. On the bounce, Dharmapala gives it to Disanaika. Good offload by Disanaika. Dharmapala playing scrum off. Veeratna, Yakub Ali has been tackled in the middle. Veeratna playing scrum off. Dharmapala, Marija, Ranjan looks the middle. It was very late, Ranjan. He could have easily offloaded, but opted to go in himself. He could have offloaded and supported Bhuvanek Udangamua when the defenders moved on to Udangamua. But Ranjan thought, why not another one? But when he decided to pass, it was way too late. So CR will be breathing a big sigh of relief because they were under a lot of pressure.
Yes, not too far from the line. But Kandy given a little bit of freedom to run around. There was that big forward, Dimitri, who made that crashing run, and he was brought down with a great deal of difficulty. So Kandy have everything going their way at the moment.
Not absolutely, because Dimitri Vijayatunga unfortunately is limping away from the ground with Heshan Silva replacing him in the second row. Marka Gunaratna fired up this time. Ticosta looking to put Kandy out, but doesn't find out. Jayasinghe to Vijay Singh. Dharmapala now. Dharmapala straightening it up. Hands flying in. They don't make tackles. Not a good offload by Dharmapala, but Vijay Singh straightening it up on the counter. Holding on, says the referee. Asante Costa was clearly not on the spot. He was in front of the rock. So Vijay Singh at that time guilty of holding on to the ball.
Yes, Vijay Singh has been choosing the appropriate time to join the line, and he came back for a second slice of the cake, I think.
Luckily for CR, their defense was good, and Vijay Singh's counter-attack was thwarted. Supun Varnas Kulasurya, former royalist, playing as the hooker for CR, replacing Ravi Nyapa, who went out injured. He's met with pressure but managed to collect it. Supun has been driven back 4 to 5 meters from where the lineup happened. Ashanti Costa, first receiver, kicks it right in the middle. Tilna Vijay Singh met with pressure by Tarindra Twate. Lost forward, says the referee, and that will be half time. 27 points to 9. Kandy have been dominated in this first half. Very dominant performance. 4 tries, 2 conversions and 1 penalty for Kandy, making up that 27, and CR with 3 penalties, getting 9 points in their board. So there you go, the halftime confirmation. 27 points to 9. Kandy in the lead. CR has a lot of work to do, and we will be joining you after a quick commercial break. And when we come back, Clifford Cup, first semi-final, second half, Kandy will be looking to maintain this lead and sail away further from these red shirts.
Second ODI between Sri Lanka and Australia. Australia leading the series 1-0. The news is that Angelo Matthews has won the toss.
As the Saints come marching into battle for the 83rd time, the stakes are higher than ever. Can the Peterites retain the trophy, or will the Josephians win it after 9 long years? The 83rd Battle of the Saints, 3rd and 4th of March, 9 a.m. onwards. Catch the action live.
Second ODI between Sri Lanka and Australia. Australia leading the series 1-0. The news is that Angelo Matthews has won the toss.
Saints come marching into battle for the 83rd time. The stakes are higher than ever. Can the Peterites retain the trophy? Or will the Josephians win it after 9 long years? The 83rd Battle of the Saints. 3rd and 4th of March, 9 a.m. onwards. Catch the action live.
Second ODI between Sri Lanka and Australia. Australia leading the series 1-0. The news is that Angelo Matthews has won the toss.
at the same venue in the Dialog Clifford Tournament 2017. The semi-final game tomorrow will be...
Welcome back to live action brought to you from Nithawela. Kandy Sports Club taking on CRNFC in this first Clifford Cup semi-final. Kandy is quite clear of CR with 27 points to 9, but they have to perform well because CR has come to play and they have showed some very good intent in patches or break. They haven't been able to convert that into points.
Yes, the CR is not going to let things go easily. They'll be trying their best, but on the evidence of the last two games also, CR's best is just not good enough, isn't it?
We'll see how that pans out in the second half as Fasil Marija kicks off the proceedings and goes straight to Rehan Silva, who had a half mind to, brilliantly done by the Silva there. He had a half mind to pass but decided to go himself. Ashanti Costa with a good kick. Tharinder Ratwate is going to be in a lot of trouble. Everybody gathering around him. Ratwate is in big trouble and he's bleeding. Hope that Roshan Viratna is okay because he landed in a very, very, very awkward position. Ratwate's minimum is going to be a yellow card for him here. Shanvir Ratna has had trouble with concussions. Referee already has his hand in the pocket. There you go, that's what you want to see. Tarinder straight away goes and apologizes. And Roshan straight away asks, how is your eye? And that's a red card. The red shirts are made to pay with a red card for Tarinder's mistiming. So they will play the rest of the game with 14 men. And this is going to be a big, big challenge. Referee had no hesitation giving that red card to Ratwate. We hope that Ratwate is okay.
Yes, CR could have done without that, I think, because Rathat is one of their more prominent players, one of their better players, and to see him off the park, and now they had to do battle with Kandy's team with only 14 men.
It was beautiful to see. Yes, Ratwat did make a bad decision, but he came back to apologize to Roshan Veeraratne, and Veeraratne getting up straight away. He went and asked how his eye was, because Ratwat was clearly bleeding. This is what you mentioned earlier. This is the camaraderie that we wish to see as sports followers between the players, and it's a brilliant example for all you youngsters watching the game. You go hard at each other, but once it's over, all our friends. Kandy Sports Club driving away. Bhuvaneko Dangamur clearly fired up. Marija now gives it to Danushka Ranjan. Strong run through by Danushka Ranjan. CR putting immense pressure. Sean Vijay Singh takes no chances and straight away has sent in Surya Bandara as Veeraratne's replacement. Surya Bandara that time sends it out to Tarindu Chaturanga. Good defensive work by CR charging in. Marija now looks for the gap inside. Goes around the first rock. Surya Bandara wants to slow it up. But pressure has come in from CR. And Surya Bandara has lost control of the ball forward. So CR will be receiving a scrum. The Richards enough that they didn't have to comprehend for the 18-point deficit. Now they have to play one player down against this champion outfit. We spoke of an uphill task, but this is easily compared to climbing Mount Everest.
Yes, it's certainly uphill. It's certainly a big climb for CR. And but CR being CR, they are going to fight it out. They might lose by 25-30 points, but I think they'll be fighting it out until the very end.
That's what we will expect to see from the London Place lads. Have been title holders and challengers, and back in the day, Kandy versus CR was the game to watch in the early 2000s, late 90s. They have had a slip, and you can say they are a team rebuilding CR at the moment. They have a very good young squad. They've had about 25 people crossing the line this season. Umarka Gunaratne breaking from the back of the scrum. Beautiful hit on Fasil Marija, but the rest have managed to hold him up. Bhuvaneko Dangamur and Tarindu Chaturanga combining in to do good work, but Gunaratne managing to get himself on the ground. That is a bad mistake by Ashan Di Costa, Kavindu's brother. He drops it like a bar of soap right on his try line. He's not going to want to take a look at the replay of that.
Yes, that was a bad miss by Kavindu. Ashan Di Costa, the other Di Costa, and dropped it just almost on the line. And now this is going to be a very easy task for the Kandy side to use their power. They use the power of their pack, and may even be a pushover try, go over.
And for all you viewers, where this scrum is being held at the clubhouse end of Kandy Sports Club, has seen plenty of brilliant tries scored by the Kandy team. Back in the day, there was a slight slope towards that side, which is now gone with the reconstruction of the ground. Kandy deciding to keep the ball with them. Surya Bandara to Marijana. Gives it out to Tilna Vijay Singh. Vijay Singh to Richard Dharmapala. Has no problem. First try for Kandy in the second half. Will it be the first of many in the second half? They have a numerical advantage. And CR will be now hoping to reduce the margin that they will end up losing this game.
Yes, you spoke of a numerical advantage, but CR looked 1 or 2 men short on that occasion. Yes, Kandy just swinging the ball around, and the backing up is very good. Wherever the ball is swung around, whenever the ball is swung around, there's always a player to pick it up.
When it comes to Kandy, they managed to keep the ball with them inside that scrum, putting pressure on the CR8 so that they cannot break away. And when it comes to the Kandy line, we all know how skilled they are. Tilna Vijay Singh with his third difficult kick. The earlier 2 occasions, he didn't come out well. And off your screens, Ganaka Disanaika has been replaced by Lasita Attanagoda. And Tilna misses this one as well. So not a very good day with the boot for Vijay Singh. 5 tries, only 2 converted.
Yes, he's had a few from difficult angles, but I suppose if you're a good enough kicker, you have to at least get some of them over.
Absolutely, and it's no excuse because there is no pressure on you. You're playing at home. You'll want to make the most of it. Shanti Costa, who's playing in the number 15 jersey today, puts in a high kick towards Fasil Marija. Vijay Singh now to Gayan Veeratna. Gives the ball inside to Richard Dharmapala. Straightening it up. Offload to Disanayaka. Tharindu Chaturanga is the receiver. Offload to Marija. Finds Vishwamitra Jaisingh on the outside. Has plenty of speed, Jaisingh. Good continuity by Kandy. Yakub Ali crashing through the middle. It's a very deep line Kandy has. Surya Bandara opts for a box kick just outside the 22 meters, collected by Anuradha Herat. Good pressure coming in from Kandy, but penalized. Not releasing the man, so called by referee Julian, the Frenchman, holding him down. So Di Costa with a chance to get CR out of jail. And he brings back play to almost close to the 50-meter mark, the center line. CR playing with advantage. Kandy pulling them back. There you go. Kavindu Di Costa opting to go for a quick tap. Rehan Silva now. Good tackle by Bhuvaneko Dangamua. Ashan Di Costa decides to run. Still on his feet. Needs to look for an offload. Kokila Samantha Perumal limping away. Looks like an ankle. But referee stops play. He's concerned about the player welfare. Player safety comes in first. Doesn't look very good. Kokala Samantha Perumal, he found it difficult to walk there.
Yes, good comeback by CR, and they played themselves into a very promising position at this moment. But a couple of injuries, and the players are taking their time. It's been a very exciting game, and plenty of movements, good running, also good tackling, and at the moment Kandy look winners all the way at a lead of 23 points, and also CR reduced to just 14 men. Tharindu Ratnatha must be really ruining that mistake he made.
Absolutely, he'll be kicking himself. He got a start after a long layoff due to injury. He came in the second half against the Airmen at the quarterfinals. He'll be kicking himself. Unfortunate because he missed the timing. Went in too early while Roshan was still on air. Roshan did look like he was all right to play, but Coach Vijay Singh taking no chances with his skipper. There's been another change. Gayan Veeratna has been taken out and Nigel Ratwatte comes in. Ratwatte, another utility player who can play at any position in the back line. Hasn't had too much of game time this season due to injury. And also Tilna Vijay Singh has cemented his place as the Kandy fullback.
Yes, Nigel played at fullback as fly half center, and he didn't do too badly whatever position he played at.
CR with newfound charge in them. Supan Varna Kulasuri now, assisted by Omalka Gunaratna, but good tackle coming in from Heshan Kalhara. Kokila ThePapare goes into contact. Tariq Sali that time. Khavindri Costa now goes out to his brother Ashan. Looks around and he's met with a brilliant tackle by the Kandy defense. Supan Varna Kulasuri again. Costa has Shamal on the outside. And Kokila on the inside decides to go out to Kokila. Shane ThePapare seems to be okay now. Shanti Costa opts for the boot. Good collection by Tilna Vijay Singh. This is what he has done well for Kandy all season. And offloads to Danushka Ranjan. Forward says the referee. But Tilna Vijay Singh was on spot when it comes to receiving the kick. He's done that brilliantly. He's positioned himself very well, especially against Havelocks down in Colombo. Havelocks came out to put in the ball up and put in pressure on Kandy, but Tilna managed it very well.
Yes, he probably has had one or two off days with the boot, but his positional play, his handling, his collection, everything has been very, very good.
Absolutely, but take nothing away from CR and FC. They played very well today, despite the fact that in the second half so far they played with only 14 men, and they are going to have to manage with that the rest of the game. Few changes made by Coach Mushtaq. Umaka Gunaratna bumps off the first tackle. Rehan Silva now gives it out to Sushan Mohammed, who's replaced Kavindu Pereira. Good cover tackles coming in, but CR managing to keep position. Dilanka Vijayasekara goes in. CR still with possession. Kavinduri Costa. Nigel goes marking and does very well to tackle. Good bit of defensive work by Ratwatte. Costa with a box kick. It's in space. Until Vijay Singh plants an on try, so it'll be a 22-meter restart. CR definitely showing some good intent over Brill.
Oh yes, they are doing a little bit of attacking, but the one thing I see is that there have been occasions when the CR player with the ball has been looking round, and you can't do that. You don't have time to do it, not against such an alert defense that Kandy possesses.
Absolutely spot on. You need to know what you're going to do before you take the ball into your hand. You need to have decided which angles to run. A deep kick collected by Anurad Herat. Gives it to Di Costa. Puts in a little chip. This boot has been telling for CR. Srinath Surya Bandara. Can he cut them open right through the middle? We know how much of an elusive runner he is. Marija now with the ball. Ranjan gives it to Dharmapala. Dharmapala cutting back inside. Tries to place it, but is on his... Interestingly, referee has called for a knock-on advantage for CR, who managed to turn it over. Costa shows and goes. Referee still playing advantage. Decides there is no advantage and will bring the play back. More replacements have made the field for Kandy. Pimal Mantanayaka coming in place of Damit Disanayaka. So Coach Vijay Singh taking no chances, wants to get his starting lineup and give them enough rest before Sunday's final, with whoever wins against Navy and Havelocks.
Yes, on the question of taking time when passing the ball, there is no such problem with Kandy. For one thing, they are a champion side. They have played together most of the season, and they don't have to look around. They just pass, and there's always someone to pick up the pass and go ahead.
Absolutely, the player chemistry does matter a lot. They need to have that chemistry within the team to know where to run, where to pass. CR, like we mentioned before, are a side building. As Kokila Samada Peruma, the CRNFC skipper, makes his way out of the field. He's been replaced by the number 5, Gavin Seagutz, former Wesleyite, who is part of the Wesley side who defeated Trinity College in the Milo knockout finals.
Was that hard to take?
It was a little hard to take, but the facts are stubborn. CR have been threatening in patches, like we mentioned. 52 minutes on our clock in this game. 32 points to 9. They managed to keep the Kandy line and the Kandy forwards quiet largely in this second half, except for that Richard Dharmapala try. Kushan Indanil under pressure, brought down by Nigel Ratwate. CR do very well to secure that ball. Costa now gives it out to Charmikar, Sashan Mohammed rather. Gayan Jayaman going down. Costa looking for that gap near the ruck, but he's been turned over by Tarandu Chaturanga. Penalized for holding on. Kavindu Costa. Good work by Tarandu Chaturanga. Kandy will definitely opt to go for the line. They will want to increase the margin by which they beat CR. Remember, there is still enough rivalry between these two traditional rivals. It was Kandy and CR who was up for battle back in the day when it comes to the league. There was a time that Havelock Sports Club had taken the dip. And also CH and FC, world title contenders at one time, although they've become the whipping boys now.
Well, for a year or two, Navy also had come up, and they were challenging Kandy very seriously. And I think did they win? No.
They absolutely did. They did win the championship. As Kandy takes on the line out, and Buneko Dangamu, he's been a hard man to stop. Marija gives it to Danush Dayan, who's just made the field. Not even 10 seconds into the game, Danush Dayan touches down under the post. The man on your screen, he has a big smile on his face. He was just substituted for Richard Dharmapala before that line out, and finds himself scoring under the post seconds into his substitution. So good work by Dayan and good sense by him to finish off that move. And Kandy now will most probably get 39 points with Tilna Vijay Singh. I'm sure will not want to miss this one.
Yes, right in front, and he doesn't. So that's 7 points to Kandy, 7 more points, taking them up to 39. 39-9 is the score at the moment. And Sudarshan, I don't think there's any way back for the CR, not from this position.
So can they come up with their 6th try of the game? CR, however, haven't been able to penetrate this Kandy defense. They've had trouble. They're still tryless in this game. The Kandy have done very well. Their line hasn't been crossed. They're making a statement defensively. Short line out goes to Yaqub Ali, who doesn't collect it cleanly. Managed to get it on the bounce. So referee playing advantage for CR will bring back play to the infringement. Kandy slowly but surely have taken their foot off the pedal, Aubrey. They're looking very much relaxed. Just look like they are playing one of their training runs as another change is made. Lavanga Pereira coming into the center position, and Fasil Marija making his exit, and Bhuvaneko Dangamua makes way for Gayan Ratnayaka to come. So Soyur Anthony will be playing at the number 8 position for Kandy. Coach Vijay Singh making sure that his starting 15 has enough rest. Digostana. Gunaratna picks up from the back of the scrum. Good work done by Anthony. Lost forward. Brilliant work by Anthony there. It was initially Surya Bandara who held on to Gunaratna, but Anthony was right on the money. He went for the ball and put Gunaratna on severe pressure.
Yes, you were speaking about Kandy taking their foot off the pedal. I sensed that too. Kandy had made their point. They made it early, and now that they have put distance between them and CR, I think with another important match, the final coming in 4 days' time, I think quite wisely they are sending in the replacements and keeping some of their better and more senior players fresh as possible for the final.
Absolutely, they are not taking any chances. Referee playing advantage, breaking away from the scrum early. So Kandy with an advantage. Danushka Ranjan not able to offload. So no advantage. Referee will bring play back. Referee Julian takes his own sweet time, doesn't he, to make his decision. And that's a good clearance by Tilna Vijay Singh, making good yards. Kandy will be looking to capitalize. They would want to go to that 50-point mark. And CR will be defending their guts out. Remember, it's 14 against 15. Earlier on in the second half, if you're joining us now, earlier on in the second half, Tarinder Ratwate was sent out with a straight red for on their challenge on Roshan Veeraratna, Kandy skipper. CR with a good turnover ball, they had to do it. Swings wide, Kushan in the nil now. Gives it to Anuradha Herat. Brilliant interception by Danushka Ranjan. You're not going to catch him after he does that and makes it look way too easy. How about that celebration from Ranjan, running in his second try? The highest try scorer of the league. And this is the reason why he had the good sense to spot that pass coming in and controlled it very well to collect it and score that try in the far corner.
Yes, not much room there, and one of the CR players tried to pass the ball on, but Ranjan was right there in the middle, and it was a very, very easy try for Danushka Ranjan. That's his second try. And Kandy are edging closer and closer to that 50 point mark. 50 is nothing new for Kandy. After all, they've even gone over the 100.
Now that's going to be a difficult task, but Tilna Vijay Singh seems like it's going to be a good day of kicking practice for him in a match situation. And again he falters. That could arguably be his worst kick. So far the fourth miss. Kandy with 7 tries and he's only managed to convert 3, so he's missed 4. Not a ratio that we are used to from Vijay Singh.
Yes, throughout the season he was almost excellent and almost spot on. But latterly, he had another game where he did badly, the Havelocks game that night. Maybe the under lights he wasn't quite good. But in fact, I was listening to you and others on ThePapare, and they've made this point that Tilina might have some difficulty fielding the ball under lights.
Surya Bandara taking on the clearance duties. Brings back play to the 40-meter mark. Kandy definitely slowing things down. They have all the time in the world to walk up to the line out. CR on the other hand need to show a little more intensity, because whenever they have possession, which is quite rare, they need to make the most of it. Shamal Veerasekara with a good collection. CR setting it up. This is the driving maul that Aubrey was talking about. Was missing from CR and FC. It was trademark for CR, just like it is trademark for Royal. Very well set up maul by CR this time. They earned the penalty. Gunaratna, who was not part of that, is met by Heshan Kalhara. Brilliant tackle coming in. Still playing advantage, the referee. Veerasekara now. Kavinda Costa with the ball in hand. Sashan Mohammed sends it wide to Shamal Veerasekara. Good turnover coming in from Bimal Manchanayaka, but referee coming back for the penalty. Sashan Mohammed taking it quickly. Some other Perima. Not 10 meters. Kandy need to go back 10 meters. CR will look to score at least 1 try for their pride.
Yes, CR hasn't added any points in the second half. And for the most part of it, they haven't looked like doing so either.
We'll see if this will change, because the earlier line out was spot on. With Supan Varna Kolasurya opting to go for Shamal Veerasekara. Veerasekara has been a regular in the latter part of the season for CR and FC. Again, they decide to go for the far pod. Manage to collect it, and they score. So Omalka Gunaratna will score the first try for CR and FC. Good run by him. Well rehearsed ploy in the set pieces. Too little, too late, Aubrey.
Yes, a little too late, but I think it will do it will make them happy. They are obviously going to lose this game. That was on the cards even before it started, but looking at the way the two teams performed, I think Kandy's performance has been far ahead of that of CR, but this try and possible conversion might give them fresh heart for the remainder of the game.
Absolutely. Ashandi Costa opting to go for a quick drop kick that time. Was successful, so 16 points to 44. Can Kandy cross that 50-point mark? And will CR be able to defend Kandy? Is the question. Gunaratna now, he has shown immense heart, this young man. Good charging run by Charana. Goes into contact. Pressure coming in from Piumal Manchanayaka. Costa with a box kick. Collected by Shahan Patirana. Surya Bandara. Tilna Vijay Singh. has Dayan, gives it out to Ranjan. Ranjan sees free space and he will go all the way. That's a hat-trick of tries for Danushka Ranjan in this Clifford Cup semi-final. 49 points with the conversion to come. Danushka Ranjan runs in for his third try.
Yes, runs in for his third try, but I think the CR defense should have prevented that. Quite 2 or 3 players just put their hands out and almost tapped him as he went past.
It was difficult for CR because remember they are playing with 14 men and coming to the corners is difficult, but I do agree with you. There was a chance for the CR defense to tackle him but take nothing away from Ranjan. So much of power and so much of speed, and if you give him space he will make you pay, which is done thrice already in this game. Tilna Vijay Singh will look to put this one through definitely because he will then take his team over that 50-point mark. Hits the uprights, if the right upright. So definitely not his day with the board. Vijay Singh will have to clear his mind up and put on a better show when it come finals.
Thilinda is a toe kicker, isn't he? He's a toe kicker, not in-step. Probably in-step kicker might have done the job.
Tilna opts to use different techniques for different kicks. And he has absolutely brilliant mentor in Nalaka Virakodi, who's going to have a few words with Vijay Singh, I'm sure. Patrina collects the restart, but brilliant work done there by Supun Varnakulasuriya. Lovely work. Asan Kostas through the leg pass. It's collected by Indunil. Gunaratna now. Lovely fend on Shahan Patrina. Second time. Again, he bumps off the tackle from Patrina. He wouldn't be happy to see that again. Samada Peruma now. Kokila Samada Peruma. Referee now playing advantage. Soyer Anthony was clearly offside. Di Costa taking a quick tap. Ashan Di Costa, the older brother, comes in. Kokila Samada Peruma with the ball. Kavindu gives it out to Ashan, who passes it on to Kushan Indunel. Gunaratna again going into contact. He's been a strong ball carrier throughout this game. Not much to tell, but again CR loses the ball in front. Now can they counter this counter attack by Kandy? Can they keep them on the run? Varnakulasuriya with a lot of pressure. Danush Dayan. Good challenge by Dayan. Randita Varnapura with the ball. And he's penalized for holding on. The moment he went on the ground, he needed to release that ball. Tilna Vijay Singh doing absolutely well. He had good body positioning. He was on his feet, supporting his own body weight. He had released the tackler. And he had all the right to collect that, rip that ball over. So Kandy will be looking to go for the touch and increase their lead and increase the margin that they're going to win this game. 74 minutes into this game.
Yes, the hooker is on the ground, Supun Varnakulasuriya. He's made a bit of a difference from the time he came in, didn't he?
He has. He's a very mobile player. He can get himself around the park. And you did see in the last attempt also, he did very well to trail back. Otherwise, it would have been a definite try with Danush Dayan charging in on that ball with neither Lakpate to support him. Ratwate with a good kick. Takes play up to 5-meter mark. So Yaqub Ali, who's been given the duties of throwing the ball into this line out, will look to make easy work of this line out because Remember, these forwards are very, very well drilled for Kandy. They have line-out jumpers in Gayan Ratnayaka, Suiru Anthony, and also Shahan Lema Patirana. They decide to go for Patirana this time. Well set. Maul driving forward. Kandy has crossed the line, and they score. Who will come out with the ball? Seems like it's Yaqub Ali, the try scorer. So Kandy does finally pass the 50-point mark. 54 points with the conversion to come. And Nigel Rathwate decides it's enough. Now it's my turn to opt for the posts. This is what's interesting. Can they have enough personnel when it comes to kicking as well? Rathwate is a very able kicker. Fasil Marija, Roshan Veeratna, and also Arshad Jamaldeen, who's not playing today.
The Kandy squad certainly has been well chosen. There are replacements for almost everyone. And you take off Veeratna, you send in Srinath Surya Bandara. Not much difference there.
Nigel shows the way, makes it look easy. So 2 more points added. 56 points to 17. It's 56 points to 17. We will be making the change shortly. There you go. Kandy with a 40-point lead in a semi-final, and that too against CR and FC. CR opts for a short kick, restart. Patirana gives it out to Heshan Kalhara. Surya Bandara now to Lavanga, Nigel, Thilina, Danush Dayan trying to bundle him to touch. Pressure coming in from Kushan Indranil on Nigel. But Kandy with possession. Thilina, Yaqub Ali. Good tackle coming in from the number 4 for CR. Gayan Jaiman. Surya Bandar to Anthony. Heshan Kalhara still on his feet. But loses the ball forward. It was a brilliant run. Strong lad Kalhara. Pushed off a few tacklers. He could have tried to an offload because he had support on the outside, but no harm done. Kandy clearly away with just 2 minutes on the clock. It's time for us to decide who the player of the match will be. It's a difficult call because players have come and gone in patches. Earlier on in the game, we saw different players playing up for Kandy. Shamal Veerasekar, who was on the ground, seems to be all right now. Any ideas for who the player of the match will be, Aubrey? Anybody that caught your eye?
Well, quite a few. I think Danushka Ranjan, for one, he's got a hat trick. Also, Buonek Udangamu, who's played very, very well. And if you're going for him from the losing side, it obviously will be Omalka Gunratna.
Absolutely, don't forget Omalka Gunratna has shown a very hearty performance. But I do agree with you. I believe that the player of the match today will be Kandy's number 8, Buonek Udangamu, who made some brilliant yards and also got a try for his name in the first half. So Buonek Udangamu will be our ThePapare player of the match in this first semi-final. Kandy Costa, Gunaratna, again, such a great spirit he has. Still runs around like it's the first half, although they are 40 points down. You got to admire the man. CR, can they finish this game with a try? Tariq Saleh manages to get the ball alive. Gunaratne again. How many carries has this man done all so far? Referee spots the Kandy line to be offside. Di Costa with a quick tap. Charana Sendanayaka. Asan Di Costa yet again. A carbon copy of what he did on his own try line. And the referee decides that enough is enough. So 56 points to 16. That will be the end of the first semi-final. Kandy making easy work of CRNFC.
Yes, it wasn't entirely one-sided because CR did, especially in the second half, even when they were playing with 14, they tried their best and they did a lot of attacking. And they were approaching the line on quite a few occasions, something that didn't happen for a major part of the match.
Absolutely. There you go. That's the half-time, full-time confirmation rather. 56 points to 16. Kandy Sports Club with a 40-point victory over CRNFC. But I am with you when you say it wasn't a one-sided game. CRNFC did very, very well in the second half. It was a spirited and a hearty performance by them, even after losing Tharinder Ratwate in the opening minutes of the second half for a untimely challenge on Roshan Veeraratne while he was on there. Straight red card given to Ratwate by the Frenchman referee Julian. So Kandy will meet whoever wins tomorrow's second semi-final, which will be held at Racecourse. Havelock Sports Club taking on Navy Sports Club. And we will bring you pictures live and exclusively on www.thepapare.com. So if you're not able to make it to Racecourse, don't be sad. You can join with us and watch the game live. Not the same amount of crowd that you'd see running in to congratulate the Kandy team, but plenty of youngsters who are running towards their heroes. Kandy will be very, very satisfied with their performance today. They didn't make too many mistakes. They managed to keep the game under control, except for Tilna Vijay Singh, who didn't have a very good day with the boot. They will take today's result with a nod.
Yes, Kandy can be happy. I mean, they've knocked 50 points over against a lot of sides, but this is against one of the better sides, probably the fourth ranked side in the table. And CR is a side with some quality. Only thing they felt they came up short against Kandy. Kandy is very, very difficult to beat, even at Nitawala or even elsewhere. They are a very difficult side to beat. They've got talent in abundance. They've got some brilliant players. And, well, CR did well, but I was amazed that even with 14 players, CR probably played better than they had played earlier.
Here you go. This is the full-time confirmation for you. Kandy Sports Club, 56 points, 9 tries, 4 conversions, 1 penalty. Against CRNFC, 16 points, 1 try, 1 conversion, 3 penalties with our player of the game, Buanik Udangamua, putting in a great show for Kandy Sports Club. But like we did discuss, CRNFC needs to be commended for the heart they showed in the second half, losing Tharinder Ratwate to a straight red card in the opening minutes. But they still managed to keep hold on Kandy Sports Club. And a quick reminder on the live action that will be brought to you on www.thepapare.com. We will be bringing you all the main big matches. Isipatana versus Thurston, starting off on 24th to the 25th, will be the front runner. St. Joseph versus St. Peter's, Anand and Nalanda, St. Thomas's versus the Royal, the Battle of the Blues, and followed by Kandy's Battle of the Blues, Trinity versus St. Anthony's, which will be a centenary game. And also from the north, Jaffna Central College taking on St. John's in Jaffna. That again on the 9th to the 11th of March. So that's going to be a big weekend. Second weekend of March 9th to the 11th. 3 big matches working out. We will bring you all action live and exclusively on www.thepapare.com. And until we meet you tomorrow at 4:15 p.m. from Racecourse, where Havelock Sports Club take on Navy Sports Club. It's goodbye from Kandy, from Aubrey Kurupu, technical team, and myself, Sudarshan Pere, signing off for ThePapare.com, sharing the passion.
Second ODI between Sri Lanka and Australia. Australia leading the series 1-0. The news is that Angelo Matthews has won the toss.
As the Saints come marching into battle for the 83rd time, the stakes are higher than ever. Can the Peterites retain the trophy, or will the Josephians win it after 9 long years? The 83rd Battle of the Saints, 3rd and 4th of March, 9 a.m. onwards. Catch the action live.
Second ODI between Sri Lanka and Australia. Australia leading the series 1-0. The news is that Angelo Matthews has won the toss.